San Diego City, often celebrated for its picturesque beaches, vibrant culture, and sunny skies, is grappling with a crisis that casts a shadow over its famed image. Homelessness, a growing issue nationwide, has reached alarming heights in this coastal city. In 2024, the number of people experiencing homelessness surged by an astonishing 32%, climbing to a staggering 107,358 individuals, a sobering 50% rise since 2013. Behind these statistics lie untold stories of struggle, resilience, and the urgent need for action. San Diego now holds an unenviable distinction, the highest percentage of unsheltered homeless individuals in the nation. According to the 2023 HUD point-in-time count, nearly 70% of the city's homeless population lives without basic shelter, a shocking 39% increase since 2020. Imagine 7 out of every 10 people without a roof over their heads, enduring nights in cars, on park benches, or in makeshift shelters. This is not just a crisis of housing, but a crisis of humanity. The problem extends beyond the city limits, into San Diego County, where on any given night in 2023, an estimated 120,225 individuals experience homelessness. One of the most pressing concerns is the rise in chronic homelessness. By 2024, an estimated 42,681 individuals in San Diego City were classified as chronically homeless, making up 35% of the homeless population. In stark contrast, just 6 years prior, in 2018, this number was 14,358, representing only 13%. The dramatic increase underscores a long-term battle for stability faced by thousands, a battle complicated by factors like mental health struggles, substance abuse, and systemic barriers to affordable housing. Among the most heartbreaking victims of this crisis are the city's children. According to San Diego's Office of Homeless Youth, nearly 29,000 children experience homelessness annually. For these young individuals, the lack of stability disrupts their education, hampers their development, and casts long shadows over their futures. The impact on their well-being reverberates across generations, making this issue an urgent moral and social imperative. The cost of homelessness. San Diego City has become a focal point in the national conversation about homelessness, not only for the scale of the problem, but also for the staggering resources being directed toward it. In 2020, the city made headlines by allocating an unprecedented $3 billion to address homelessness. This figure has since climbed, with spending surpassing $4 billion by 2022. But the question remains, where is all this money going, and is it making a difference? To better understand the magnitude of the issue, consider this. Sheltering a single adult in San Diego can cost over $42,852 annually. For a family, that figure jumps to an eye-popping $95,408. These numbers reflect the enormous financial burden of homelessness, and with the homeless population steadily increasing, the city's strategies have come under intense scrutiny. For fiscal year 2024, the Department of Homeless Services proposed an ambitious $4.8 billion budget, signaling a commitment to tackling the crisis head-on. Despite these efforts, many are questioning whether the city's spending is translating into meaningful outcomes. A recent audit revealed gaps in tracking the success of programs, casting doubt on whether the investments are genuinely helping people transition into permanent housing. Political corruption in San Diego. Political corruption and the homeless crisis are two significant issues that have plagued San Diego City for years. These problems are deeply intertwined, as corruption often diverts resources away from essential services, exacerbating the plight of the homeless population. One glaring example of how corruption contributes to homelessness is the misallocation of taxpayer dollars earmarked for housing and social services. In 2021, San Diego officials pledged $215 million for affordable housing projects. However, investigative reports revealed that significant portions of these funds were diverted to politically connected developers for luxury developments under the guise of mixed-income housing. These projects often fail to include meaningful affordable housing units, leaving the homeless population with few viable options. Furthermore, audits have uncovered instances where public funds intended for emergency shelters and supportive services were redirected to unrelated projects. In one instance, a $110 million allocation for a homeless shelter was reallocated to beautify a downtown business district, benefiting wealthy property owners while neglecting urgent needs. San Diego's political landscape is often influenced by powerful lobbying groups representing real estate and tourism industries. These entities have historically opposed measures, such as rent control and inclusionary zoning, which could help stabilize housing costs and prevent homelessness. Campaign finance records show that some city council members and mayoral candidates have received substantial contributions from these groups, raising questions about their commitment to tackling the homelessness crisis. Will homelessness ruin San Diego City? San Diego City is grappling with a convergence of serious issues that are putting immense pressure on the city's social fabric. Homelessness, immigration challenges, skyrocketing living costs, and rising crime rates are creating a highly volatile situation. One of the most pressing problems is the increasing homelessness crisis, which has severe repercussions for the entire city. Homelessness not only reflects a failure in social safety nets, but also fuels other urban problems. With limited access to basic necessities, many homeless individuals find themselves turning to crime as a means of survival. This, in turn, exacerbates the already high crime rates in San Diego City, leading to a vicious cycle of instability. The visibility of homelessness, with encampments sprawling across sidewalks and public spaces, has further strained community relations and raised concerns about public health and safety. When isolating San Diego City's crime data from the rest of California, a striking pattern emerges. The city stands out as one of the state's most crime-ridden areas. According to Neighborhood Scout, over 95% of communities in California have lower crime rates than San Diego City, emphasizing that the city's crime challenges are uniquely its own. Data from the San Diego Police Department reveals a 15% spike in crime in 2023 compared to the previous year, culminating in 100,000 reported incidents. This equates to a staggering crime rate of 35.4 incidents per 1,000 residents, placing San Diego among the cities with the highest crime rates in the United States. This troubling trend sheds light on broader social and economic dynamics that demand urgent attention. Diving deeper into the statistics, both violent and property crimes surged in 2023. Violent crimes hit a 20-year peak, with approximately 1,306 crimes per 100,000 residents, while property crimes climbed to 1,800 per 100,000 residents. These figures represent not just numbers, but lives disrupted and communities shaken. Every statistic tells a story of loss, fear, or upheaval, emphasizing the human cost of rising crime. Neighborhood Scout's analysis adds another sobering layer of perspective. They estimate that residents face a 1 in 26 chance of falling victim to either violent or property crime, a rate far higher than the national average. This alarming statistic underscores the pervasive sense of vulnerability many San Diegans experience daily. The implications extend beyond personal safety. They impact the city's reputation, economic stability, and residents' quality of life. Gang violence in San Diego City is a deeply rooted issue that continues to impact the city's neighborhoods and residents. Despite its reputation as a sunny, thriving urban hub, San Diego grapples with a less visible crisis, an undercurrent of gang activity that endangers lives and destabilizes communities. With an estimated 191,000 gang members spread across 102 documented gangs, this widespread presence significantly affects public safety, economic opportunities, and social cohesion. Consider the story of a family living in San Diego's southeastern neighborhoods, such as Logan Heights or Encanto. The parents work tirelessly to create a safe and stable environment for their children, but the omnipresent shadow of gang violence challenges their efforts. Gunfire disrupts their evenings, and the graffiti marking territory reminds them daily of the risks lurking in their streets. Their children grow up in an environment where violence is normalized, impacting their mental health and academic achievement. Schools in gang-affected areas often face additional burdens, strained resources, lower attendance, and the challenging task of providing a safe space for students amid community turmoil. The cost of living. San Diego is also infamous for an exceedingly high cost of living. Nestled along California's southern coast, this city boasts unparalleled quality of life. But for many residents, the financial strain of living in paradise is becoming unsustainable. By analyzing housing, transportation, and everyday expenses, we can better understand the challenges and implications of San Diego's escalating cost of living. Housing, the crux of the crisis. Housing is the single largest expense for most San Diego residents, and it's a major driver of the city's overall high cost of living. As of 2025, the median home price in San Diego is approximately $950,000, significantly above the national median of $400,000. For renters, the situation is equally daunting, with the average monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment exceeding $2,900. This disparity reflects not only San Diego's desirability, but also a chronic undersupply of housing due to restrictive zoning laws, limited land availability, and bureaucratic hurdles in new construction. San Diego's housing market has experienced a significant rise in prices over the past few years, and several factors contribute to this trend. One of the most notable factors is the city's changing demographic landscape. As of 2023, San Diego has become a destination for refugees and undocumented immigrants seeking safety and opportunity. The county is home to approximately 215,300 undocumented individuals, a dramatic increase from just 9,000 in 2005. This influx underscores the urgent need for affordable housing and robust support systems to accommodate a growing and diverse population. The increase in population, particularly among refugees and undocumented immigrants, has led to a surge in housing demand. The financial burden of housing leaves many residents cost-burdened, meaning they spend more than 30% of their income on housing. This challenge disproportionately affects lower-income households, exacerbating economic inequality and forcing many to move further inland or out of the region entirely. Beyond housing and transportation, everyday expenses in San Diego are markedly higher than the national average. Groceries, for instance, are about 13% more expensive due to higher transportation costs and limited local agricultural output relative to demand. Dining out, a staple of San Diego's vibrant lifestyle, is also pricier, with the average meal costing about $30 to $40 per person at mid-range restaurants. Utilities, healthcare, and childcare add to the financial strain. San Diego's sunny climate reduces heating costs but drives up electricity bills, especially during peak summer months when air conditioning use is widespread. Healthcare expenses are on par with California's high averages, and childcare costs can range from $1,800 to $3,000 per month per child, making it one of the highest in the nation. The high cost of living in San Diego has profound implications for its residents and the city's future. Many middle and lower-income families are being priced out, leading to workforce shortages in critical sectors such as education, healthcare, and public safety. Homelessness has also risen sharply, with the city's homeless population increasing by nearly 10% in the last year alone. Addressing these challenges requires bold policy interventions. Increasing the housing supply through zoning reform and incentivizing affordable housing development is critical. Expanding and improving public transit could alleviate transportation costs while reducing traffic congestion and environmental impact. Additionally, targeted subsidies for childcare and utilities could provide much-needed relief to struggling families. San Diego's high cost of living is a multifaceted issue that touches every aspect of life in the city. While its natural beauty and vibrant culture make it a desirable place to live, the financial challenges are forcing many to reconsider their place in paradise. By tackling the root causes of these costs with innovative and inclusive solutions, San Diego can strive to balance its allure with affordability, ensuring that its future remains as bright as its sunlit shores.